Let's talk about the top 10 best English dub voice actors from the last 10 years. Honorable mentions go to Lex Lang,
filthy monkey who can't even use jujutsu,
mostly for his portrayal of Suguru Geto, and Monica Rial.
I'll burn this place down in honor of my foolish brother.
She's in so many anime, I have to give her flowers. Picking up at number 10, let's go with Schemmel.
I will not let you destroy my world!
Primarily for voicing Son Goku in Dragon Ball Z. Now, he's kind of a one-trick pony. This is pretty much the only role that he's been portraying. He's been holding it down as Goku for 30 years, but his performances in the last 10 years have not disappointed. For number 9, let's go with Kaiji Tang, primarily for his portrayal of Satoru Gojo.
I'm here to save you. Urahime.
This is gonna seem like a recency bias pick, I know, but he's actually been in a lot of stuff. This role as Gojo just really allowed him to flourish and really show what he can do. And on to the number 8 spot, that's going to Michelle Ruff.
Mary Saotome, how about you join me for a cup of tea?
This one's not for a specific role, this is more for her overall contributions throughout the last 10 years. This is a true veteran right here. Over 30 years of anime voice acting experience. She voices almost every female character you care about. For number 7, let's go with Adam Gibbs.
I am atomic.
This is more for overall contributions, although his breakout role as Sid Kagano in Eminence in the Shadow really stands out. This guy is the definition of versatile. He's in almost all of your favorite anime and none of his characters sound the same. Now on to number 6, and this is going to be kind of a controversial pick, but I'm going to go with Casey Mongillo.
Wait a second, just hold on. Really thinking of cutting down an unarmed girl, are you?
Now, Casey has not had what I would consider a breakout starring role. At this point, their biggest role is Chill Chuck in Delicious in Dungeon, which they do a great job with. My favorite role of theirs, though, is as Giselle in Bleach: The Thousand Year Blood War. This role, along with a few others I've heard them in, has displayed a different level of talent that most voice actors just cannot match. Next up, for number 5, I think we'll go with Johnny Young Bosch. Primarily known for his role as Ichigo in Bleach, but I'm gonna give it to him for his overall contributions. Genuinely, this is one of my favorite voice actors. When he's in a show, I know it's gonna be good. He brings just a certain energy and a certain vibe that you just don't get from other voice actors. He's always gonna be a legend. On to number 4. This is probably gonna be the most controversial pick of the list, but we're gonna have to go with Bryce Papenbrook.
If you aren't here to pull that trigger, then what did you come here to do? What'll happen if I keep my hands in my pockets?
I would say he's primarily known for his role as Kirito in Sword Art Online, but I'm actually giving him this spot for his role as Meliodas in Seven Deadly Sins. Let's talk about this for a second. How many think pieces, how many long paragraphs on Twitter have been written about how English dub voice actors only use the same 10 or 12 voices? Usually Bryce is right there towards the top of people they're tired of hearing. And look, in the early 2010s, I'll give it to you. A lot of his roles, he was phoning it in, all of his characters sounded the same. And he was in a lot of anime back then too, so a lot of anime main characters sounded the same. But over the course of the last 10 years, going 2014, 2015, 2016, he's really expanded his repertoire, he's expanded his range, and he's really tapped into something else. He's on a different level of voice acting now. I don't think it can get crazier than my last pick, but if anything will, it's going to be spot number 3. And we're going to be giving that spot to Aleks Lee.
A command word, huh? Arise.
Probably one of the newest names on this list. He's not a newcomer by any means, but he's just been starting to get prominent roles in 2019 and 2020. This guy, I think he has the potential to be the next face of English dub anime. Look, his role as Sung Jin Woo in Solo Leveling convinced me he deserves this spot. This is an amazing young talent who's really just getting started, hasn't even tapped into 10% of his true potential. On to the number 2 spot. Let's go ahead and give this one to Justin Briner, best known as Izuku Midoriya in My Hero Academia.
Kamchan, I couldn't just stand there and watch you die!
This guy, in every single role he plays, he gives all his characters so much youthful energy, so much optimism. And he's one of the only voice actors who's brought me to tears. His performance in the second My Hero movie, Heroes Rising, literally brought me to tears. You can hear the pain, the anguish, the struggle in Izuku's voice as he's fighting against that villain, bro. This guy is the second best English dub voice actor of the last 10 years. And the #1 spot for the top English voice actors of the last 10 years in anime rightfully goes to Christopher Sabat.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
I cannot think of another English dub voice actor who has had as many iconic performances with their characters. In fact, let me put it like this. Even if he only voiced Vegeta, All Might, and Zoro, he would still be #1. But he's voiced so many characters beyond that, nobody can be as authoritative and serious or as goofy and funny as Chris Sabat. I feel like Aleks Lee and Casey Mongillo have that potential, but they're just not on that level yet. This spot rightfully and easily goes to Chris Sabat. Thanks for watching. Read more manga and watch more anime.